Welcome to this video on what's new for GitHub Copilot in Visual Studio Code 1.129 that was released in July 2026. Follow me along as I demo new features. Enjoy! With this version of Visual Studio Code, officially the agent host protocol has been launched. And the agent host is something within Visual Studio Code that allows agent sessions to be running independently of the Visual Studio Code process. And that means that communicating with a session, irrespective of the IDE, becomes a possibility. So you start the session in Visual Studio Code in the agent window, and then you can continue it in regular Visual Studio Code or in the CLI or in the web or in mobile. Because that session is managed by the agent host. And as you can see here on this web page, this is linked from the recent release notes. This web page describes that agent host protocol. And as you can see at the top, you see the different IDEs, different ways of connecting to Copilot. In the middle there is the agent host, and at the bottom there is different harnesses that are available. So yeah, this is a very important improvement. To be able to use this, you will need to make a setting. I'm currently in the agent host window, or in the agents window, I must say. And to get access to the settings, I need to press F1 or Ctrl-Shift-P to get to the settings, and then I can access my settings. And the setting that you need to find is chat.agentHost.enabled. So first you need to enable the agent host at all. So that's this setting here. If you're using Claude, the Claude harness, then you will need to also switch on prefer agent host, because otherwise it won't use the agent host, it will just use your local agent. And the way you can see it is when you start a new session, there is of course the regular Copilot, and if you don't switch on the setting for Claude, it will also appear here. But then below you see local agent host, and that is what we're talking about. So if you want to use any of these new features, you need to be in the agent host with either Copilot or Claude. This same feature is available in VS Code itself. So you have the session target here, and if you click it, you currently have local, and if you switch on the agent host, then you also get Copilot. And if you hover over it, you can see run a Copilot SDK agent in the local agent host process. So it is very similar, but this is in process, so it runs in the same process as the GitHub Copilot chat. And if you run it this way, it will run in a separate agent host process. In this case, for Claude, you don't see any changes yet, but I assume that Claude will also use the agent host protocol here in VS Code in the regular IDE. So this is quite a big change, and that is the reason that I didn't demo some features of the previous version of Visual Studio Code 1.128. So let's see if we can make that work and show you some 1.128 features. So let's get started with the first one, which is allowing you to use multiple chat windows within one session. So I'm here in my demo repository, and I can ask for a change. So for example, add an airfield controller, just like the other controllers based on the airfield model. And maybe Fable is a little bit of a too heavy model for this, so let me use Sonnet 4.6. Copilot finished its work, but still I can open a new chat and start iterating over anything related to this. So for example, run or create unit tests for this controller. And then it starts in a new tab working on this. So I can switch back to my main chat, continue here, and continue this one. And these are both located in the same session. Again, for this, you will need to have the agent host enabled and to set it up so it prefers agent host for Claude. Right, while this is busy, we're going to the next feature, which is chat without a selected workspace. So if I scroll up to the top, you can see chats here. I can just start a new quick chat, and that is completely not related to any workspace. So for anything, well, not related to any code, to any existing code, you can use these chats and ask, for example, what is the latest version of the checkout action in GitHub? Check online. So yeah, and it will answer the question and work on that, and they will appear here under chats. Again, for this, you will need to have the agent host protocol or the agent host enabled for the agent that you're working with. Then if you have any existing session, let me take a look at one of my previous sessions. I did ask Copilot for a parallel search for bugs. So it spun up 2 sub-agents. And these 2 sub-agents, you can see them right here. You will see this pill that you can click, and it opens up a read-only chat where you can see what happened in that sub-agent. You can also tell by this this banner here that it's read-only, so you can't interact with it. So it's just informative, but it allows some maybe more focused view on what these sub-agents have been doing. And then a small one, which is it now allows you to also use other models than the Copilot models. So to bring your own key models, as you can see, I still have my Kimi K2.6 that I have hosted on Azure AI Foundry. And I have a link to all of my Hugging Face models. So as you can see, you can find them right here. So you can use your bring your own key models now in the agents window as well. Again, for all of these features, we need to have the agent host protocol enabled for the agent host. And I think that's it regarding agent host. There's of course many more features that come with this and that enable this, but this is what came with 1.128. So yeah, that's for this. When working in an existing session like this one, there is a way to see the changes that Copilot made. So I can click this, and at the right-hand side, you will see a changes view. The changes view is normally divided in 2 parts. You can see the session changes right here, and if I click this button, it will give a list of the changes, and you also have a list of the files. These 2 panes sometimes cause some confusion, and that is why they changed it. So let me hide the side pane and now change a setting. So the setting that you can change, and this is still an experimental feature, is there is the single pane detail panel option. That makes that view a little bit more simple and requires less switching. The only thing is to enable this, because when I view it now, it's still the old version. If I would like to affect this, I would need to close my agents window and then reopen it again. And then the change will be affected. So let's take a look. If I now click this one, and as you can see, the window has changed a little bit. So the button to show the additional pane is not there anymore. I have the changes right here. It's a tab. I can go to the Files tab that will show the files. And of course, I can click here, and then we still have the divided view, but the changes is still a full one pane view. You can do more here. What you can do is the side-by-side div instead of the single pane div, so the inline div. And you can collapse all divs, so it allows you to see all of the files here. And then you can expand file by file, allowing you to review the changes file by file. And of course, we currently have the changes tab open and the files tab, but you can also open up a browser tab to test out your application. And as you maybe noticed, there's also a search tab, and that allows you to search for example, files. So if I would type in airfield here, I must say currently it's not that fast, but again, it's an experimental feature. So I expect changes here that improve this experience. So that is the single pane side view. Prompt files are reusable prompts. You can store them in the .github/prompts folder, and in this case I have a run test prompt that describes the way to run unit tests. And you can call them by typing /run test in this case, so the name of the prompt, and then it will just execute it. These prompt files are not supported in the agent host sessions. So currently I'm in a regular local session, but if I would switch to Copilot and type /run test, you can see it doesn't appear. So this is just a feature that is not available in the agent host. So you would need to translate them to a skill, because skills are available. You can do so by clicking here in the customizations, and as you can see, there is an exclamation mark here, migrate prompts. So discover that we have a prompt file that we need to migrate. So if I click migrate, it asks me, hey, should I convert this to a skill and delete the original prompt file after migration? So let's do that. And this is the place where it will put the skill. So I'll put that in .github/skills. And actually that was it. So as you can see, the prompt folder is now empty. In the skills folder, we have a run test skill with the skill.md. And now if I type /run test, as you can see, now it's available. So it's a great way if you have a big collection of prompt files that you have been postponing to migrate to skills. Well, this is your chance to easily migrate all of them.